Alright, I got the camera settings how they need to be. Manual focus with manual video mode. So I'm gonna have a little bit better video today when I drive. The last video was like going in and out of focus like 100 million times. So sorry about that. We have back and biceps today. So let's get started. What am I gonna do for back and biceps? Well, the standard. So bent over rows have been a great one recently, and I don't really know what to do after that. Probably some cable rows and a pull down variation. I was actually thinking about starting with chin-ups. Since I'm on this back and biceps split, the biceps will get a good start and the lats will get a really good start. So that's actually what I'm gonna do instead of bent over rows starting off. I'll start off with chin-ups and not use the straps with that, and then with bent over rows I'll use the straps and do probably 3 sets of each of those, and I'll probably do 4 sets of cable rows and maybe like 2 sets of pull downs. That should be plenty for back. And then for biceps, probably cable curls with the cables pulling behind me, and dumbbell curls, just good old dumbbell curls. The next workout after this is going to be legs and shoulders. Attempt number 2, because the first time I tried legs and shoulders, I barely made it through 2 exercises of legs. So we're going to try to, redeem ourselves in that one with legs and shoulders. I'm feeling really good. I had a good night's sleep last night, and I've been eating good. I've already had 2 meals. I forgot to mention to you guys the goal I have, just like what am I working towards right now in this more like short-term aspect. So I'm kind of like bulking, but I don't want to call it that because I'm more believing in just main gaining, so that my gains are more lean than not lean. So I'm eating at maintenance, I'm getting great workouts, and I think I might still be gaining like half a pound a week, and I'm gonna keep doing this until April or May. So it's gonna be a while before I start cutting again, but I'm hoping to put on a couple of pounds of muscle, So my last diet, I dieted down to 170 pounds, we'll call it, and I was maybe 10% body fat, which is way far off stage ready. And it was my first time dieting, and I'm proud of myself for a lot of reasons, and I'm also not proud of myself for some reasons. I just know where I need to improve for my next diet, which I'm pretty excited for. I'm glad that it's not going to be for a while, because I really enjoy eating relaxed, not dieting. It's fun because the workouts feel great. I feel bigger, I feel stronger, I sleep better. Everything's better besides how you look. Like, yeah, I'm bigger, but I don't really look as crazy as I could, as if I was dieting. Because when I was dieting, I looked at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never seen myself look like this before. Veins coming out all over the place, muscle separations, a little bit of striations. So I'm excited to come back to that, but I'm not excited for the crap that goes along with dieting. Like, the number one drawback of dieting is just having a limited selection of foods that you tend to eat on a regular basis, and you're forced to find enjoyment out of other things, because a lot of people, including myself, find enjoyment out of food, and rightfully so. Food is really delicious and it makes you feel good, and when you take that out for a long time, you start to miss that feeling. Some people that have never dieted before don't even know what that feels like. They're so accustomed to having the same, like, really palatable foods every single day. And until you take that away, you won't know what it's like to really enjoy that food for what it really is. Because my first couple of meals off of the diet were, junk food, I'll admit. But I never experienced them like that before in my life. So I'm excited to enjoy food for the next 4 months, and I'm also excited to see what my body looks like after putting on some more muscle. And I'm also thinking about, like, not eating out as much for New Year's. We'll call that like my New Year's resolution, to make food at home like 99% of the time, maybe like 95% of the time. Not only just to eat better, but to save money as well, because it can get expensive, and with that extra money I can buy a microphone or more food or things that'll help me in the gym or help me with my fitness goals. So yeah, that's the plan for today, is to destroy back and biceps, get a good pump check, and head home after that. So I'll see you guys at the first working set. Alright, so here we're doing chin-ups. Try to get 10 or 12. So I was starting with 10, and then it was like 7, and it was like 4. Those are pretty hard, but I feel like it's a good start to get into bent over rows now. just want to record right here, turn off the gym music so I don't get copyrighted, but it's the last set of bent over rows doing 135. Lower back is getting pretty tired, and you can see me cheating a little bit, but I'm still feeling a crazy lat stretch right here. Also getting upper back activation here. Um, that's why I like bent over rows so much, just because the whole back gets activated so well. But here's the next workout. All right, so for cable rows, I'm starting off with 120 pounds, and you can see me flexing a little bit forward in the lumbar spine, which is fine because you can do it two different ways: standing upright with no lumbar flexion, or with a little bit of lumbar flexion. I like to lean forward a bit, reach forward more. I feel it in the lats, like I feel the lats stretch out, and the upper traps and rhomboids, they also get worked into. The lower back pump is really nice if your lower back can handle it though. So if you have a little bit of lumbar pain, then just do an isolated flex in the upright position and just let your shoulder blades travel forward. You'll still get a really good workout doing it like that. Um, Here's the next set. I'm just saying that the first set was too light, and I'm going to go up in weight. I think I raised it to 150 pounds here. Really happy with how my strength is progressing, especially in this exercise right here, just because I've never done this much weight before. And yeah, feeling strong in the back today. Um, Taking a little while to put the straps on. So if you want to skip ahead or play ×2 speed, go ahead, but you can listen to my commentary too if you want. I'm using the close grip for this just to feel a little bit more in my lats than upper back. I switch it from the close grip to the wide grip from time to time. Just depends on what I want to feel that day. Focusing on pulling the elbows straight back, standard cues for this exercise. But let me tell you, it feels really good to do this exercise with a lot of weight on it, because you can cheat it a little bit using your momentum. And when it pulls you forward, it pulls you forward really hard. But that's how you build a big back. So that was a pretty good weight. Not too heavy, but heavy enough to only do like 10. So we'll keep that right there. See how many we get for the last set. So let me know what y'all think about cable rows. Whether you like the wide cable grip, the wide handle grip or close grip. Just let me know why you like to use each one. Maybe I can learn something from you guys. All right, so in this first set of cable curls, I was doing lightweight and trying to play around with it. Actually doing the weight that was like a working weight for me when I was cutting, and now the weight is flying, which is crazy. So after this set, I'm like, yeah, that's way too light. Let me just raise the weight here. So now it's really heavy, and still making it work. That like elbow, how do you say it? Elbow raise into the curl is something that I've been liking to do, because it kind of helps you get the weight up while still kind of using your biceps. So in this third set, I dropped the weight one notch, so I was able to do something with it. And yeah, I'm getting a pretty good bicep stimulus from this. Cheating on the way up and then controlling it on the way down. Letting my hands go all the way back, let the biceps stretch out fully. And for the last set, I dropped the weight one more notch just to be able to get a good number of reps in. And I think I did like 8, but really I was just trying to go crazy on these, not focus on form too much. And yeah, it felt pretty good. All right, and for the last exercise of the workout, I wanted to do preacher curls, which was the cherry on top because these are my favorite bicep exercise. You'll hear me say that again later in the video, but they really are just, I get sore from them every time, and I'm going to keep doing them. But this set, I'm thinking like this is too light, but I remembered to focus on that stretch position, go all the way down. And by now, the reps are starting to get hard to do. And I'm like, yeah, this is a pretty good weight for me to do. Um, yeah, just make sure that your elbows are on the platform the whole time, and your seat position can vary. It doesn't really matter if you like to go all the way down or all the way up, but whatever feels best for you. Here's the second set of preacher curls. Um, yeah, as you can see, I'm only doing 10 pounds on each side with whatever the bar weight is. I don't even know. Um, Focusing on getting the deep stretch again. I think for my next bicep workout, I'll do these, but with dumbbells just to switch it up. You can also use a straight bar too. There was like a mini straight bar over there too, but the easy bar is easy on your wrists, and that's why it's called the easy bar. But you can get better inside or like the medial head of your bicep activated if your wrists are supinated more. So here you can see me struggling now with this weight. I'm gonna do one more set. Here's the last set of the entire workout. It's the third and final set of preacher curls. So you can see by now in the look on my face that this is actually hurting a lot now. But couldn't ask for a more satisfying feeling. So for this pump check, still working on figuring out where the best spot to put the camera is and where the best spot to stand is. But here you get a pretty good idea of the back and bicep pump. It's a little bit out of focus, but um, we'll do better next time. All right, back day and biceps are done. Couldn't really ask for more than that. So the bent over rows, going a little bit heavier on that, 155. I'm gonna have to look to see how my form was because that's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. But that's what you're supposed to do in the gym, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Go past your comfort zone so you make progress. After, I didn't even pay really much attention to the chin-ups, but I think those actually did a lot of good for me because my biceps started out, oh crap, they started out like pre-pumped, we'll call it. Let's see, it's a little bit too bright now. Oh well. So chin-ups got my biceps pretty good to start off, and I don't really ever do those, so it did a lot of good for me. I'm gonna probably do them again the next time, but my next back workout I'm gonna pair shoulders instead of biceps, and yeah, so I'm happy with how things are going with recording, because I'm learning a lot. For one, I'm really shy And filming in the gym is a little bit scary for me. And I'm just trying to push past that barrier of social normacy. So I don't really want to like come off as arrogant or, how do you say it, inconsiderate, because I'm just trying to better myself, and I'm not trying to say that I'm the best or I'm better than people that aren't filming or stuff like that. This is just something that I feel like is gonna benefit me and benefit other people. So you can't really expect everybody to feel happy about what you're doing. Some people are gonna react negatively, but in the grand scheme of things, it's for the better good. I'm doing something that I believe is good, and it's good for me and it's good for other people. So the whole point I'm trying to make is try to have good habits. Try to find things that you know are in your best interest and work towards making it a habit. Take out everything that you know is not good, and you'll continue to make progress. One of the things I mentioned on the car ride over to the gym was eating out less. And I feel like if I can make a habit of eating at home more, I'll make more progress in the gym. Because there's so many times when you feel bad after eating, like, or you feel bad after doing something that you know, like, you could have did better. Like, that's just me. Like, I guess you could call it perfectionist, and by all means, I'm like way far away from perfect. So everything that isn't really, like, every time I do something that's not like optimal, we'll call it, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like torn about it. But I've learned to be a little bit easier on myself, because I know perfection is unrealistic. But it's good to strive to be perfect. Like, just think about what it takes to be perfect, and then pick one thing to like make an extra step towards that idea that you have. Don't try to do everything at once, because that's gonna make you feel bad. It's gonna result in a big catastrophe. So like, I'm picking one thing, and that thing is eating out less. It sounds really hard, but I know it's not. Like, it's all you have to do is just cook at home, and I might learn something new. I might learn how to make some good meals, and in the end, I'm gonna be healthier, and I'm gonna look better, and I'm gonna be stronger, and yeah. So those. Moving on, so back to like the exercises I was doing, the cable rows were really fun. I've always loved cable rows because they feel like really heavy at the extended position, but then as you row, it feels lighter, and it just feels like a natural movement. Whether you want to do the wide grip or the close grip, it's up to you. It depends on what you're going for. I'm going for like more lats because I want to be wider. I feel like I'm already thick enough in the rhomboids and traps to where I need to focus more on the lats. And yeah, they're really fun. The preacher curls are another really fun one, especially with the easy bar. So if you have access to that preacher mount, then do the easy bar, because feeling like that bicep stretch at the bottom and then coming back up, it's probably the best bicep movement in my opinion. You can argue with me if you want, but it feels the best for me. And then those cable curls, they're all right. I'll probably opt those out next time. It's like I come back to them and put it, like I take them out and put them back on, but I think next time I'll just do regular bicep curls like I said I was going to do today. But yeah, really happy with how that was. Back day is always fun with biceps too. Tomorrow, or actually the day after tomorrow, I'm taking a day off tomorrow. Well needed rest day, probably active rest day, so I'll come up with something to keep my body moving without doing resistance training, just to get ready for leg day the next day. It's going to be a crazy leg day with my friend, and we're going to get after it, and he might be doing shoulders with me after, or I might be doing shoulders by myself. Either way, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.